Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm here with another video. It's like 10 after 6 right now. Got a big storm above our head. I live down here in Florida, so it storms a lot. And I'm going to practice my serve a little bit. And what I do is I start from the knee box because I work on my routine, you know, my technical aspects first, and then I'll move back to the back here once I loosen up. But I had a subscriber email me, and they're saying that they play person a lot, and they're always losing close matches to this person, and they said they were serving well, and they hold their serve, and they just are having problems winning the matches. Like they're losing 7-5, 6-4, and then losing in tiebreakers. So two of the things, the most important part in tennis, in my opinion, is you have to be able to you have to hold your serve, but also you have to keep a record of how many missed returns that you do. Because if you miss returns to serves, that's just like double faulting when you're serving. You're giving away free points. So my suggestion to the person that asked me that question is keep account of how many missed return of serves that you're making, and try to eliminate that. You don't have to take big swings at these returns. You don't have to go for winners, but just get the ball back in play and give your opponent a chance to make that mistake. So even you'll see some of these high level players, you know, from all over these big channels, you'll see them chop returns on big people, on servers that have huge serves, because they can't really get a big swing at it. And if you do, you know, use shorter swings for the return serve. The return serve is not a ground stroke, it's a reaction. So that's how I do it. And I have I do pretty good with my return serves. I miss returns of serves when I try to take big swings at it, because on slower serves, it's very tempting to take a big swing at it. But just keep in mind that the ball is traveling different, but you have to adjust your swing accordingly. So you want to swing the same way, but your timing is going to be a little different than it would be if you're just reacting to the ball coming to you with somebody hitting big. So not everybody hits big ground strokes. A lot of people just hit like mediocre strokes, and then they call them pushers or whatever. Doesn't matter what you call them, they're getting the ball back in play and you're not. So to eliminate your losing all the time to the same person, try keeping the ball in play on return serves. Try to get as many return serves. Make it a goal not to miss any return serves, no matter how it looks when the ball goes back over. You're not getting points for beauty points or technical points. You're getting points for keeping the ball in play. So that's my suggestion, and that's why I work on my serve every day, you know, a couple times a week. And I had the ball machine set up yesterday at an angle to practice return and serve. Now today I was going to hit off the ball machine, but there's a cloud the size of Texas over the side of my head right now, so I'm not even sure how much time I'll have to even hit some serve. So we're going to do that. We're going to practice our serve, and just, you know, when you're in situations where you're in a close match, you have time to get a towel, and that, you know, you see the pros doing this all the time. It isn't because they're, you know, they are sweating, but when they get their towel and they're wiping their racket off and they're wiping themselves off, they're regrouping, they're getting the composure back. So they're moving on to the next point, and then let the last point go. At every level, it doesn't matter if they're top 5,000 in the world or top 10 player in the world, they all do that, and you should take a page from their book. Don't you know, like if someone's serving, don't prolong it too long, but just, you know, keep a towel in the back, just out of the way or whatever, and use it in between points to keep yourself loose and keep your mind fresh, and not concentrating on the mistakes, but think about all the things you're doing right. And you know, you have to change your strategies when you're playing a lot. So if you're hitting big serves and that person's returning them, then they may have problems with off-speed serves, with like slice and kick serves. So mix that up and use a kick serve and slice serve and see how they react to it. Okay, some people are just, you know, having a good day and they're on return serve, and no matter what kind of serve you put in the box, they're going to crush it back. So just, you know, let it play its course. But it's just like pitching. Some people can hit a fastball and some people can not hit off-speed pitches. So it's the same thing when you're serving in tennis. You dictate this, you know, what you're trying to do, and you think about it. and think about where you want to place the ball, because you may hit the ball very hard. You know, you might hit 116, 120 mile an hour serves, but if you're hitting it right to them, you're really just setting them up to where they can just push it back and use your pace against you. So you want to work on placement. That's important on serves. You want to learn. You want to try to pull your opponent off the court and make them move in pitch positions where they're uncomfortable hitting returns of serves, or where they're uncomfortable just hitting the return. You know, don't make it to where they're standing in the same place. Make that person move, and then on your returner serves, do the same thing. If you have to take some steps back to return that ball, then do it. And if you have to come in, then come in, you know, but give yourself some time to react to the shot, no matter what it is, and see how that works out for you. That's my advice to you, to the person who's, you know, that person who asked me that question. And don't think about how many times you lose to that person. Don't even put that in a box, because lots of times you come out here playing, you're not in no USTA tournament style thing. You're just out here playing a set of tennis. I look at it as practice. So just look at it as practice, and look at not trying to make you know, so don't give them points. Try to get every return in. That'll put pressure on them, and then it'll throw them off, because they're going to be thinking, oh man, this guy gets this person gets every ball back in play, and instead of them saying, well, I'm going to get a free point here, because they're just going to hit it out on return. It makes a difference in the way that they're going to have to approach serving the ball to you. So let's try some practice serves. Keep going here. Oh! Oh!
So I guess second is 10-10.
I always try to do some jump roping before I start playing to get my legs figured out. Get stretched out a little bit. That's good enough. Get going, get some blood going through your legs first. Just stretch your legs out a little bit.
I lose this bad again. Yeah, I don't think you want a single game.
Jump roping. Jump roping's great for
The one
tennis.
where you up 9-0 at the beginning. Okay, we're counting that one as a game. I feel like that was our bet.
It's an inexpensive piece of equipment too. You get jump rope at the Goodwill for like a really good one for like $2 or $3.
Wait, no, I think it was 3 though.
Placement is so important. It really is. This ball's flat as pancake. So I'm gonna put that over there, put it in my bag. I'm not a tall person, so I try to use my legs as much as possible. So, but right now we're just loosening up. These are slicers. The slice will bring the ball down, and it will push it out wide. It will push it out wide to the person. This is flat, sir.
No way. Oh! Woo!
a little bit more of a. That's not bad too. Don't hit with flat balls, so you'll hurt your arm. I always do a bucket of balls on each side. Get it loosened up. You're not out here to impress anybody. You're out here to work on your consistency and your rhythm.
That's gonna get close.
That was definitely.
That was gonna be close.
Yep. Oh, the continental grip too.
Go, go, go. Crash. That was gonna go and crash.
It's humid out here, folks. It is humid. I'm looking forward to the rain. These are all second serves. It's supposed to, you know, you want to get a second serve where you just feel comfortable no matter what the situation is, that you can throw that ball up and know that it's going to go in.
You didn't have that,
So,
man. You'd be even deeper. Oh my God.
lay it right on the line. Placement is so important, folks.
Oh, come on.
It really is. Doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball. Placement. If you can go like this and hit, that's a soft serve, and no one's getting to it really. You know what I mean? It's not hard, but it goes in the box. The same with the second serve. You put spin on it. So I'm hitting the opposite direction now. I wouldn't say it's a true kick serve yet because I haven't really. It's not really kicking high, but that's what we're working on. Just to feel of hitting the ball in the opposite direction. And if you're trying to hit the tee, and, you're serving, and you like say you hit a flat serve, we'll hit a flat serve ball. Trying to hit the tee, and we'll say,
How'd it go that far?
you miss it, right? Well, if you take the same approach, this is kind of old school, throw the ball up the same way, and slice it, you see how a ball's going to slice in down the middle? See now? You got a better chance of hitting that shot and making it in. See? It's slicing. It's going in. And then when you rotate your wrist more, it'll really give it
Not working.
But just work on bringing the racket like this and towards where it stops. That's how you want to hit a kick serve, or what people call a kick serve. That's a slice. slice in kick because I'm hitting this way. Just try something different.
Oh no. Oh.
See the same result from back there than it is here. Because you're getting your fundamentals down. And you're getting to a system like you're just comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have a continental grip to make your serve better. You can even kind of relax your hand a little bit. Practice like that. You hear the ball coming off the strings, that's what you want to hear. That was off the frame, but still. That was because I was trying to do a different serve. I was trying to come on this side of the ball. We'll try it again. And I'm standing sideways for that too. So that's the proper way to hit that serve. You're hitting the opposite direction, and that's what gets people, their minds a little bit confused. They're like, wow, it feels weird. You know, you're doing the same thing on a slice serve. Get the slice serve down perfect, though. This ball's so flat, though. Get the slice serve down first. I always take the ball like this, and I stick it underneath the racket before I hit it. See, my back leg's coming forward, too. So I'm coming into the court.
Oh!
You're making the ball spin down, too. Even though you're hitting a slice serve, you're going to get some kick on it a little bit. It's going to jump up a little bit. That's really sideways, so that you'll see a difference. See how it's you're coming like this across it. So we're going to hit it right on the side. Yeah, it's low and it goes like that. And then, if you hit it on the side like that, you'll put spin on it, you'll hit it, it'll go sideways and it'll come up a little bit like this. And then I can I'll try one. Because I have the same service motion as my underhand serve, so when I go like this, bring it back and like a, and it looks like the same serve. So that's what I do to practice my serve. I do that a lot, and believe me, you'll get better and better at it. You're just gonna keep it better. You'll get better and better at getting your serve in. And if you play tournaments and stuff, it'll be second nature. You won't even think about it being a second serve. You actually start thinking about how you're gonna win the point on your second serve, or how that person's not gonna be able to do much with it. And believe me, man, I play against people, guys, that tee off on serves, man. My friend Jorge, he's older than me. He's from Chile. He's been playing tennis longer than I've been alive. He's close to 70 or whatever, and I'm 52. So when I play against him, I have to have a decent serve, but I also use the tee, go down the tee a little bit more because of he got a one-handed backhand. So and he's a tall man. So if I could get him to bend down to hit up on the ball more, it helps me out. And then on the ad side, I use a slice serve, and slice it out wide because it'll pull him off. And then 9 out of 10 times, because he has that one-handed backhand, the way his foot is, he rolls it cross court. So I can come in behind it, and I'll give him the down the line. But since I'm right-handed, if I catch the ball early enough, I'll be able to take my right hand. It'll be a backhand volley, but all I have to do is just use this pace, and I just take pace off the ball and put an angle and make it short. Because if you hit a volley, especially some of these young players, you'll watch this dude Brett from Tennis Tunes. He's deceptively quick. He's very quick, and you may not see that on the video, but watch how quick he gets the balls that normal people probably wouldn't be able to get a racket on. That's because he uses angles, he anticipates, and he's quick. So if you hit a volley to this guy and he's over here, he's already anticipating where you're going to go with the ball, and if the volley's deep, he's going to get it back to his forehand. And one of two things is going to happen. He's either going to hit a ball, rip it down the line because you're going to be out of position, or if you're in a position where he thinks he can't pass you, he's going to lob it right over your head and it's going to bounce right in. So you just use placement, and then on return serves, like I said, get the ball back at all costs. No matter how it looks, get a racket on the ball and get it back in play, and you'll win more matches. You'll at least put pressure on the person that's actually serving. Because like I said the other day, I was telling you, I was playing against my friend Steve, which is a solid 4-5 doubles player, and Mr. Brick, Merrill Brick. They're solid 4-5, 5-0 double players. There's not many serves that you're going to hit to these fellas that they haven't seen in doubles. And I was hitting the best I've served in months. Every first serve winner, they were saying, even my friend said, you're like high 90% serve ratio, and I lost my serve. It was like 40-40, 30-40, back and forth like that on my first serve, and I lost because they come into the net, put the ball away, or they weren't hitting no winners off my serve or anything like that, but they were getting every ball back, and it didn't bother me because in my mind, I expect them to get every ball back no matter what serves I hit. I expect that because that's the level of play that I'm playing against. So you should think the same way when you're serving, and when you're returning serve, you should expect to get 90% or higher of your returner serves in. If you can get your returner serves in against big servers, especially big servers that rely on their serve to win matches, if you get those serves back in play, it just does something to themselves. It does something to them inside. It changes their style of play. They won't come into the net as much. They'll have to be forced to play from the baseline. They'll start making errors. Look at Boris Becker and Andre Agassi. When Andre Agassi figured out that Boris Becker had a tick when he was serving, when he used to do a kick serve, he would stick his tongue out on the side that he was going to kick the ball at. And if he was going to do like a slice serve, he'd do the same thing. And Agassi watched footage, like mad footage on this guy because he was having problems with his return, with his serve, because Boris was one of the greatest, servers in the history of the game. And he started figuring out when he did this, he could anticipate, even that he knows it's coming, it's still hard to return it, but it gives you an advantage. So it messed with Boris mentally, because he's like, this guy's getting every ball back, and I don't know what's going on, and I'm hitting my best shots, and he's ripping them by me for winners. And that's why Agassi is, in my opinion, one of the top 5 greatest of returner servers in the history of the game, maybe in the top 2. Novak, Nadal, and Agassi, you could, even Jimmy Connors, you can have an argument for either one of them being the greatest, but Agassi did have to face all the greatest servers, in that era: Sampras, Rafter, Mark Philippoussis, all kinds of guys, Gordon Ivanovic, all these great servers, and he beat them all because of anticipation and firing out little ticks. The only person he really had a problem with when Pete Sampras' serve was on, it was unstoppable. I don't care how great of a returner you are. That guy had the most accurate serve I've ever seen in anybody in the history of the game. And believe it or not, McEnroe was a handful too when his serve was on. that left-handed serve, the spin you put on it, and his athleticism, and his ability to volley. I've never seen anything like it. There's not gonna ever be a guy that is the best at volleying like McEnroe. Sampras was close to it at Becker also, but you're never gonna see anything like that in tennis because the equipment is better, the strings are better, and the people are more athletic, and it's a different style of game. When you see the pros play, all they're doing is trying to hold serve, man. These dudes are 6 foot plus tall, you know, so that's an advantage. And that's all they're trying to do is hold serve. And if they get a break from their opponent, the match is pretty much, you know, they have a big advantage of winning. I don't know the statistics, but it's probably high, you know, up there, very high. So one break in in the men's tennis, that could decide the whole set, you know. If they get one break, that's all they need, and all they do is hold, and they win the set 6-4. So, you know, just focus on little things and improve, because that's what I've been doing. You know, I've been doing a little bit at a time, and it takes time. You know, this ain't something that's going to be done instantaneously. You know, some things you can fix automatically, but sometimes some things take time. And tennis is one of those sports where you have to come out here and put effort into it to get better, and just you know, practice with the continental grip, bringing the racket back and getting through it, and just doing that all the time. And then you don't have to hit huge first serves to put your opponent in, because some people love pace, so they can feed off of that. So mix it up like a pitcher. Think about mixing your serves up, where to put it, and placement's important. You know, that kid from Trey from Winners Tennis. Now his serve is huge. When he's been working on it and stuff, but if he places that ball to where he can put it anytime he wants to, out wide or down the middle of the tee with a ball going 120 miles an hour, good luck. Most people aren't going to be able to get a racket on that ball. And he doesn't tip his serve, so. What I mean by tipping it, he doesn't tip it to where you know what direction it's going to go on. He hits his serve the same way, which is good, and he's athletic. So if he was to get more accurate and more, you know, work on placement along with his power, it'd be damn difficult to break his serve, because the only way that your people are breaking his serve is when he double faults, and sometimes he'll hit the ball actually to the person. And I seen Simon Freed was doing that last year. He was hitting huge serves, but he was hitting the ball right to the person. And then he started placing the ball out wide and using placement, and his serve got a lot better. So that's important, you know. Even pros do that. Everybody does that. They just, if you're going to serve the ball to them, serve it into their body to where you're putting spin on it, and it goes into their body where they have problems returning it. So we're going to get out of here. This is huge. Look at the size of this cloud. Oh my God. Yeah, it's getting ready to rain. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here, let me get this real quick. See, this is Florida. This is just one huge cloud. See? So, I got lucky at least to get a bucket of balls in, huh? I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for all the new subscribers, and thanks for all the good comments. I appreciate everything. You guys take care, and you know, just keep doing your best and keep practicing, and you're going to get there, and we'll get there together. And any critiques that you have, just leave them here, and I'll see what I can do to improve. Thank you.